If you don't know this situation about this crazy nigga, oh, all right, let's talk about it. Singer David's here. Let me turn this music down, so no copyright on YouTube. The best research for it, I guess probably the California local news. Singer David preliminary. Yeah, you're probably right. Honestly, it's probably better than CNN. Singer David's preliminary hearing sheds new light on the investigation into teen girls killing. Here are the takeaways. A preliminary hearing has revealed new details on some of the evidence prosecutors say they have gathered against David in the killing of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Testimony of bloodstains on various items from his garage, chainsaw purchases, and explicit text messages with the girl. I want y'all to understand, this nigga is so deep fried, it ain't even like, I don't even know why they're doing a trial at this point. The 21-year-old singer, whose legal name David Burke, is accused of killing the girl after she threatened to expose their relationship. And damn it, what about Andrew Tate getting arrested? Did you speak on that yet? I did, and who gives a fuck about that nigga though? The 21-year-old singer, whose legal name was David Burke, is accused of killing the girl after she threatened to expose their relationship and damage his lucrative career as a rising music star. Testimony on Friday included text messages between them that prosecutors say show a sexual relationship with the victim, who was just 13 at the time, and that Celeste had an abortion the year before she was killed. A judge is weighing whether there's enough to move forward with the trial. Celeste's dismembered body was found in the trunk of David's Tesla in September 2025, which was parked near his rented why they gotta say rented? His rented Los Angeles home. The musician has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder, continuous sexual abuse of a child under 14, and mutilating human remains. No, like, what's the point of pleading not guilty? Probably because if you plead guilty, they're gonna give this nigga the chair or some shit. But like, body camera footage of the search of David's home was shown in court this week, as well as graphic images of Celeste's dismembered body. The court also heard discussions of chainsaws and a burn box David allegedly purchased under different aliases. This is him sitting in court. This was a sketch of him sitting in court, I guess. David sat at the defense table in an orange jumpsuit and dark rimmed glasses, listening to Los Angeles Police Department criminalist and detective describe bloodstains on various items at his home they say were a potential match for Celeste, and described sexually explicit photos. They are of him and the victim, and the deputy It's not funny, but I'm like, yo, they should have murked this nigga as soon as they got pictures of you. They have sexually explicit photos of you and her. I wonder what's going through this nigga's mind right now. His defense attorneys worked to challenge the evidence in its collection, providing a window into which could become a part of David's defense strategy if the case goes to trial. Here are the key takeaways for the preliminary hearing so far. Gruesome photos shown in court. The parents of Celeste were present when gruesome evidence photos were shown in court. They depicted badly decomposed human remains in several bags removed from David's Tesla. There you see the head and torso minus the limbs. Oh, wow. There you see the... Yeah, I can't even read that again. The LAPD detective Joshua Bias said that on the witness stand, Celeste's mother dropped her head and was comforted by a county employee. She said, I want to be here to show support for Celeste. The family civil attorney, Patrick Steinfeld, later told reporters outside the courtroom Tuesday it was the first time the parents saw those images. Another photo showed blue plastic fragments embedded in a knee, which prosecutors maintain are from an inflatable pool David allegedly used while dismembering the body. I don't know if it can get worse than this. What's going on, nigga? Read it. Photos of Celeste's severed hand were also shown. In one, she's missing a pinky and a ring finger. The prosecution previously said David removed them because they had a tattoo of his name, according to a brief filed in court. Later, Byers testified that the booking photos revealed David had a tattoo of the name Celeste on his left ring finger. Like, oh my God. How are we even deliberating this? It can't get any worse than this. For this nigga, what do you mean defense? It's over. The case is done. The case was done when you found the finger of the girl's name on his... When you found out that her name, Celeste, was tattooed on this nigga's hand. Straight up Dateline shit. Like, the family was not present Friday for the medical examiner's testimony, which featured graphic autopsy photos, including 2 puncture wounds to the chest and abdomen that the medical examiner determined caused the victim's death. Jesus Christ. David's phone and iCloud revealed sexual explicit photos. You're cooked. You're fried. Why is the FBI so damn slow? Probably because we got a bunch of... I don't even know if this is a federal investigation. But even then, like, nigga, our system's so fucked. This is how shit goes. Dozens of photos depicting what prosecutors labeled child sexual abuse materials were discussed in court. The images were not displayed to the public. LAPD detective Corey Farrell said the images were recovered from David's phone and iCloud data. Farrell described the courtroom nearly 50 photos that showed sexually explicit photos, including ones where he identified David and the victim. Farrell said the first online messages between David and Celeste tracked back to August 2022 when she was 11 years old. I mean, it's not like that makes it way worse considering she was 14, but like, yeah, that's the only thing in GTA, but not, yeah, that's the only thing you could say. That's literally the only thing. What are we having a trial for? Blow the courtroom up? Yeah, blow the whole courtroom up in GTA. If you know that you saw Their sexual relationship began when Celeste was 13 and was detailed in graphic text messages Farrell read aloud in court. They discussed past sexual liaisons and future sexual liaisons. They discussed their future relationship, Farrell said. Prosecutors' text revealed victim had abortion at 13. Text messages between David and Celeste showed them discussing sex as well as Celeste talking about taking Plan B emergency contraceptive, getting an abortion, and potentially having children in the future. We're going to talk about this in a second. What's good, G-Long? Other texts revealed plans to move in together in what the pair called Operation Awesome. I wouldn't even want to defend this nigga. No, actually, that's a great call out. Because it's merch, I wouldn't want to defend this nigga. How do you gonna go on the books as the nigga who defended this nigga? Later texts show the relationship deteriorating, with Celeste saying she was upset about getting the abortion. I killed my first kid for you, she wrote to David, according to testimony. Through the testimony, Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman asked about the age of the victim. She was 13, Farrell said on numerous occasions. David was 18 and 19 during the time period discussed. Prosecutors say David used aliases to order items to his home. Byers, the LAPD detective, testified that David had items sent to his home under 2 different aliases. Some of the items prosecutors alleged were used during the dismemberment of the victim. Under the name Travion Davis, David allegedly ordered from Amazon a fireproof mat, a shovel, an inflatable pool, and several chainsaws. 2 of those chainsaws were recovered at the home but did not show trace evidence for blood. A third chainsaw purchased from Home Depot was not found by law enforcement. A shovel and mat were also not found, Byers said. David ordered a so-called burn box under the alias Victoria Martinez. Byers testified. Wait, ain't that like her family's name? Oh, Hernandez. I'm tweaking. Okay. A device that can be used to create high enough temperature to burn items is like a mini crematory type to burn items to nothing, Byers said. The burn box was found unopened in its original box and was not tested by evidence technicians. Defense attorneys questioned why it was never tested for touch of DNA or traces of evidence left by someone who may have handled the box since the other people had been in and out of the home. So this is what... so their defenses put it on someone else. I get that. Okay. Several blood samples found in David's Tesla and his rented home produced a statistically strong match. Several blood samples found in David's Tesla and his rented home produced a statistically strong match to the victim. An LAPD criminalist testifies among the matches were 2 red stains found in the Tesla's trunk, one in the interior of the car at the home, a blood stain on a mat covering the garage floor, and stains on a rowing machine and Tesla charger plug statistically matched Celeste's DNA, said Samantha Tosh, the LAPD criminalist who analyzed the samples. But the defense sought to challenge the certainty of some of LAPD's findings, namely a black trash bag with DNA from 4 people, including David. In that sample, some were considered to be more likely contributed than others, and testing was unable to pinpoint David's exact probability, a distinction Tosh agreed with. How long I'm on for? Dev, we can talk right after this, gang. I'm not finna be on too long. The defense also raised questions over the decision not to collect and test chainsaws found in the home that the criminalist determined on site to have no traces of blood. You did not collect them to test for any marks on the blade that could be consistent with dismemberment. Asked the defense attorney, bro, fuck all that. This nigga was fucking a 13-year-old either way, gang. If he could somehow show the evidence is tainted or was collected in an improper manner, maybe it creates reasonable doubt in the mind of at least one juror, attorney, and legal analysis Dave bring. This is why our legal system is so fucking dog shit. Our legal system is so fucking dog shit. Our legal system is so fucking dog shit. Victim's ID found by roadside worker. A key piece of evidence in this case is Celeste's discarded passport ID card found nearly 85 miles outside of Los Angeles, and a stroke of luck may be the only reason it was found. California Highway Patrol officer testified that a state employee during a traffic control along Highway 154 north of Santa Barbara found the ID card, which he stepped off the road. Which he stepped off the road into the desert and brushed beyond the shoulder? What? They just found her shit? Who buys 3 fucking chainsaws? Under fucking different names. In the past, he found several interesting things on the freeway shoulder, so he was just looking around. Once he found the card, he Googled the name. He began seeing articles of news stories. When he realized what he found, he called our dispatch. LAPD detectives arrived a few days later to further search the area, but found no more evidence. Prosecutors say David made 3 trips to a remote area. David made 3 separate trips to rural Santa Barbara County. I don't even know how these niggas are still got the nigga in the jump shoot, bro. This nigga should have been... I can't say that on Twitch. In the months following Celeste's disappearance, including on the last day she was seen alive. Oh, okay. Using cellular analysis of a phone allegedly belonging to David and a modem inside his Tesla. See, them electric cars getting y'all fucked up. Can't even do your crimes. Prosecutors allege that on April 23rd, 2025, the day they believe Celeste was killed, David drove to the same area along Highway 154 where her ID would later be found. LAPD detective in cellular analysis William Roecker testifies that on the night David allegedly made the trip, he made an outgoing call to Celeste's number at 12:04 a.m. while driving north. Prosecutors have maintained David made the call and other texts to Celeste's phone to appear as if he was concerned for her whereabouts and to set up his defense, according to a brief filed in court. 2 more trips to Santa Barbara County followed, one between May 8th and 9th and another on May 31st. Roecker testified citing cellular data during one of those trips. Roecker said Tesla's records show the vehicle stopped at a charging station north of the area where Celeste's ID card was found. No, you're fucked, gang. No. I want you to know, my nigga, God could be your fucking lawyer. You're done for. Nigga, Jesus Christ himself could be standing next to you. You're fucking fried. You're done. Fuck the bullshit. Nigga, it's over. That's the only thing I need to see this nigga doing. Nigga, it's over. What would Jesus do? Nigga, Jesus will send your bitch ass to fire and brimstone, nigga. Over with. Jesus not even... No, over with. The defense argued the cellular data is not an exact science. Regardless, there's no proof David was the one who actually made the trips. David initially claimed he didn't know Celeste was under it. Yo, this. Yo, turn the music on, gang. Kill that nigga. Yo. You didn't know she was a kid, bitch ass nigga. But you was trying to pay her family members 10 racks to let y'all still do y'all shit. We saw y'all niggas on live stream, gang. Like, we must be boo-boo the motherfucking fool then. That must be what the fuck we... That's... A body camera video played in court before she was killed. David told a sheriff's deputy he didn't know Celeste was underage when he first met her. She told me she was 18. Everyone is saying she's 30. I swear to God, it's not the situation itself is not funny at all. The bullshitting, you mistook her. You thought she told you she was 18. You mistook her. 5 years. From 13 to 18. 5 years. His defense is comical? No, like actually. He said while showing deputies photos he had of Celeste in his phone, including a missing person flyer that was posted in her hometown. The exchange came from a welfare check in February 2024 at a West Hollywood home David was living in. Deputies were following up on a missing person report but did not find Celeste at the home and was satisfied with David's level of cooperation. Celeste returned home shortly after the welfare check. In the body camera footage, deputy told David, "I hope they find her." "I do too," he replied. Oh, okay. David turned a viral gaming hobby into a bona fide music career by creating songs for gamers to use in videos. Yeah, that is what that was. Bro, I will never forget that Fortnite era. If you wasn't around during that Fortnite era, because literally, nigga, I will never forget the Fortnite era, which this nigga blew up in, because, nigga, me and Alan was making videos grinding. And I'm so glad I never did a romantic homicide fucking clip video. Clap it up for that. Nigga, I know so many niggas that use that song for Fortnite clip videos. Not me, bitch ass nigga, not me. His 2022 breakout hit Romantic Homicide hit the Billboard charts and essentially launched his stardom. A lucrative record contract could have paid David up to $19 million if all aspects of the contract, including release of future albums, were met. A finance executive for Interscope Records testified Interscope had opted out of the deal in late 2025. He added, which was sometime after a body was found in the trunk of his car. David's financial manager, Ben Granger, testified the artist was paid between $10 million and $11 million between 2023 and 2025. The finances are relevant because the prosecution alleges David killed Celeste in part to protect his finances. That special circumstance tied to the murder charge he's facing is one factor that allows court to impose harsher penalties, such as life without parole or the death penalty. Prosecutors have not yet said if they will seek the death penalty. California Governor Gavin Newsom has issued a statewide moratorium on the death penalty, banning executions during this time of office. Though prosecutors may still seek capital punishment. All right. Whoa, that's a lot to unpack. Y'all see this fat ass pimple on my forehead? I'm just not gonna look at it. Here, let me put some aloe vera on it. Hold on, I ain't even, nigga, fuck it. All right. I'll do it after. Where do we start? Where do we begin? We first begin with condolences for this child that was coerced into this relationship and killed. Cause she didn't know no better. And the reason why I say she didn't know no better is because she was 13 years old, gang. She was 11 years old when the nigga started preying on her. Of course she didn't know no better. Right? Unfortunately, that resulted in her dying, right? And this is also why, like, parents have to be involved in y'all children's lives. I'm gonna take a different angle here. This is one of the most gruesome stories firsthand that we've experienced in, I would say, the 2020 era, right? Obviously, I don't know every experience, right? But in terms of, like, celebrity that does some nut shit to end them up in this type of jail sentence, etc., I want to say this, though. This is not a David problem. It's not a David issue. It's a men issue, gang. And El Panderer, I guess. Nigga, this is a men issue, bro. And the reason why I say this is a men issue is because only a man would do some shit like this, gang. Let's keep it a fucking bean. Can we keep it a fucking busy bean? Only a nigga, only a man is doing some shit like this, gang. You will never hear of a story of a woman preying on an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old celebrity woman preying on an 11-year-old, mutilating, making them get an abortion, having a sexual relation with them, mutilating their body when shit starts going left, throwing them in the back of a fucking car. You'll never, ever, 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 ever hear no shit like that. Things like this is going to continue happening until we as a society and as the good men, I'm going to say the good men, right? And a lot of women probably wouldn't take that, but I'm going to say the good men, right? We as the good men, if we don't talk or speak out about shit like this, or say there needs to be harsher repercussions for overarching issues like PDF files and pedophilia in general, there needs to be overarching punishment for people that are in that realm. There needs to be overarching restrictions and punishment for the media we consume in terms of, what can I say on Twitch? I can't even say that. In terms of sexual content we consume and the way that it affects young men's minds, there needs to be consequences, bro. There needs to be consequences, bro. Because shit like this is going to continue happening if there's not consequences for it. The death penalty, they can kill the nigga, bro. They kill black people all the time for nothing. They can kill the nigga. That's not my concern. My concern is after David, can we then get the niggas in the office? The people that wear suits and ties and that do the exact same things as they do? As David did? Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we get everybody? Can we get everybody with these pictures, stuff like that in their phones, on their computers? Can we get everybody that? Can we raise the federal age of consent? Can we raise it so that we can set a precedent across the entire America and world that, hey, it is not okay to be fucking on young children? These is things that if you start saying the things, it's gonna be like, what? Dog, federal minimum wage is not even 18 years old. There's places that got the age, or not minimum wage, I'm sorry, the federal age of consent is not even 18 years old. What we on? What's good, Jelly? Bro, you got places in America still that it is illegal, to be with someone under the age of 16. It's legal to get married to somebody under the age of 16. And we wonder why nut-ass niggas do shit like this, bro. Because it's reinforced within our society. The Epstein files is more of a gag and a cultural conspiracy moment than it is like an actual trial that needs to be people need to be prosecuted for it, bro. Shit like this not happening in a society built off morals and not built off bread and money. Because if David was white and had a little bit more money and a little bit more influence and a little bit more people on his side, maybe he gets away with this, bro. And that should be scary. That should be scary for not only women in this country, because it already is scary for all of them. It should also be scary for men who think of themselves as decent men. Because at the end of the day, my nigga, it's wrong, bro. Shit like that happens and it should be wrong. It's wrong, bro. There should be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if he was a white man, he'd get a documentary in 30 years. Yeah. White men do shit like this all the time. It just doesn't get investigated. And they're not popping and they do it all the time. Yeah, we make jokes. Like, yes, thank you. Bro, niggas is making jokes about Diddy still. Like, Diddy didn't whoop a girl ass on camera and then do allegedly all of the shit that was in the trial that we watched. All of the sexual abuse, all of the trafficking, all of the violence. And we wonder why shit like this happens. That nigga David just fucked. But you and your homies be on PS5 joking about... Come on, bro. That shit is awful, bro. What's good, Monte? That shit is awful, bro. Word to it. That shit is awful, bro. We don't take this shit serious enough. If you're a nigga that can call out David for the crazy shit he does, but then also you like Trump them, and you like Trump just got fully, Trump just literally like had to pay out the settlement of him raping a woman. Like literally. He actually just paid out the settlement of him raping a woman. Like dead ass. It's not a joke. It's not no fun. No, the president of the United States just paid out a settlement of him that was for him sexually abusing a woman. If you can point out David, how can you not point out that nigga? How can you not point out Diddy them? How can you not point out all of the weird niggas in niggas camps that say, oh, I'm 37, but I want this 19-year-old. Bro, all of that is a culture built around shit like this. It's just not all men take it this far. That's the only difference. But they hurt women and they hurt children in the same fucking ways. We forgot the files literally. Homeboys are enablers because niggas won't even check their homeboys for harassing women and trying to date girls way too young on Jesus. That's real. Niggas don't, bro. Niggas don't, bro. And niggas, bro, like, niggas act like it's such a big thing. Like, yeah, bro. Not a single person locked up yet from the files. The only 1738, what? The only 1738 should be that 150 WAP song, but Jerry Steinfeld ruined that? I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. This is low-key recent, but there are men that have told my age that are way older than me that they have still tried to proceed to get with me. Not only that, but there's also people that I know that are younger than me that are dating men like in their 20s. Yeah. Bro, I knew multiple girls. Growing up that only dated niggas. Like, and I'm saying growing up as in we were 16 years old. I knew multiple girls that was only dating niggas over 24, 25.